wanted to start with this or end with this, but I had to just let you know off the rip.
Yeah.
You at the table with a Packers fan from the city, bro.
That was funny as hell.
But no, welcome back, y'all, to another Out of Sight, In Mind interview. With me, I have a very special guest, OG Music Group's very own, Juwon.
Well, appreciate y'all. Juwon here. But yeah, y'all type in. Appreciate you for having me for sure, bro.
Definitely thank you for coming through. We've been talking about it for a minute, so I'm glad we finally here to lock in and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely looking forward to this, and yeah, just looking forward to the conversation we can have for sure. So.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
So starting off as like a newly artist, let's just go back to your upbringing and how that was coming up for you.
Shit, growing up. I feel like it's kind of like the not the same story obviously, but it's like, you know, typical, Chicago kid growing up north. I feel like growing up, like when we was really young, it was cool. You feel me? We used to be able to walk around, go. You feel me? Where we wanted to and shit. We used to be hooping and shit.
Yeah.
At the YMCA, that's what we was really doing. You feel me? I was hooping every day. And that was basically my life. You feel me? And then shit started to happen. You feel me? Like Chicago started to, you feel me?
Yeah.
Get into what the rack is, you feel me? And
No, bro.
You feel me? We started to, you feel me? Just had to adapt, you feel me, to shit that was happening in the neighborhood and shit like that. But you know, it was cool. It was cool growing up and shit.
Yeah. It's actually funny how like everyone pretty much can relate to just having the same upbringing. You feel me? Whether you are only child, siblings, but it's just like go to school and just play ball with your friends, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, you know, and then it's just like when you live in certain areas, you feel me, like if you was living in like the Inglewood areas out west or whatever, like I personally don't know like how stuff was up north at the time of like the heavy drill era, but it's just like I can only imagine, you know.
Yeah, no, so like it's funny because I used to be always seeing the difference because like my uncle and them lived out south, so like I used to be like on 84th and like Calumet like every weekend, you feel me? So like out south, I always been out south, you feel me? You feel me? But so I used to be seeing that shit, and then go back up north, and then up north, like I said, like growing up, it was cool, you feel me? It wasn't, I mean, obviously it was, you feel me? Certain parts, it was always that, but you feel me? Like growing up, it was really cool for real. And then shit started to happen, and then up north got a fake bad type shit. So yeah,
it's actually funny because my first time personally going up north, I was like hanging with my homie Chico, and he actually lived in East Rogers, so I don't really know like how close it is to regular Rogers.
Yeah, so no, it's the same hood. You feel me? Like East Rogers is really where we grew up. You feel me? That's what we was. So basically, like East Rogers, so it's like going down Western. That's to me, this how I think about it. Like, so it's going down Western. Once you hit like Western, Tui, and then like you hit like Howard, like that's kind of like the bridge between like West Rogers and then East Rogers. Still all Rogers Park, but it's like West Rogers.
It's just
Rogers,
a bridge that like separated
type shit. But it's still Rogers Park, you feel me? Like,
I can relate to that because like I'm from like the burbs originally, but I grew up in the hundreds, and I just always say like what divides it really is just a set of train tracks, you know. So it's just you could say I'm from the burbs, but really spent my whole life in the hundreds and stuff like that.
No, bro.
But you know, this being your second interview, you feel me? Shout out Sad Boy Radio. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely checking into his first one. Y'all definitely tuned in on a lot, especially like your college career for a little bit. What college did you go to again?
U of I.
Okay.
Yeah, Champaign.
How was it out there?
It was cool, you feel me? It was definitely cool, you feel me? College, you feel me, doing schoolwork and shit like that, but you feel me? I felt like college was really fun for me, because I learned a lot. Like I started doing hella shit, like throw parties. You feel me? We was turning college for real. I'm not gonna lie, like we was turning like all 4 or 5 years. You feel me, out there? So
bro,
it was cool. Yeah, and then you feel me? I started rapping in college too, so you know.
Bro, were you throwing parties like as soon as you got to college, or did you throw it before too?
So like I started throwing parties like my senior year of high school. Not for real, like how it was in college, but like I like threw like 1 party or 2 parties or whatever, or like joined my homies and threw like 1 party or 2 parties. And then when I really got to college, we started we started going to festivals and shit, like coming back to the city, going to festivals, all type of shit, and you feel me, like and then that's when the party shit started for real. Like we just turned going to festivals, so we just come back and then you feel me, put our name behind. Well, I created this a brand, not production, event management party type, you feel me, brand where called Affinity where we was just literally throwing parties. So
yeah,
that
was like
started
y'all
like,
version of like Swiper Nation type.
Kinda, yeah, no, my homie, because they was turned for real. They was low key turned in the city, and then I feel like folks went to Atlanta or something and started throwing parties in Atlanta and shit. So yeah, I definitely was like, ain't nobody throwing parties in the Rack, so I'm gonna start doing that. So that's kind of what it was. I was in college throwing parties out there for sure, and then like coming back throwing parties in the city and shit.
And that's actually dope because considering like how far U of I is from the city, like that's like barely 2 hours, especially since like I know Steve-O and them went to Northern, so it's just like whether you went up there or they went down there, it was just like, or y'all just all link up in the city. It's just like it all worked out.
Yeah, that's what it was the majority of the time. Honestly, like you feel me, like motherfuckers didn't get cars and shit till like my junior year, I think. So like I wasn't really going back. I mean, I was going back because I always found a ride and shit. But I mean, when I got a car, I was really coming back to the city literally every weekend, like every weekend. So
so you started recording music first towards the end of your college career, is that right?
Yeah, basically, because I wasn't even thinking about making music. I always knew like I could, like I always knew I was like musically inclined. So like I loved the music. Everybody who knows me just know like I'd be like sitting down, I'd be singing a song type shit. You feel me? So I always loved music. And then when I was a shorty, like at Rogers, that's the elementary school I went to. I used to be rapping and freestyling and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So with my homie Brandon, who actually don't rap no more, but low key when we was shorties, he used to be freestyling. He was low key raw as hell at that shit. But So I never took music seriously really until like my senior year of college, like when I was about to graduate, and I was like, and it was COVID hit, and I was like, shit, let's figure out something to do. You feel me?
Bro. Who were your inspirations or like favorite artists growing up?
So growing up, it's funny because like my parents is Nigerian, right? So like they're Nigerian immigrants and shit. So like my introduction to music wasn't necessarily like everybody else's, like where it's like you have parents listening to Jay-Z and shit like that. Like it wasn't like that for me. Like my first CD in the crib, I remember, because back then it was CDs and shit. So my first CD in the crib, I think was like that Beyonce album. I forgot what that shit was called, but some Beyonce album. Then my mom had she bought that. She had bought Mariah Carey, the one with like Shake It Off and like that album, and then like Chris Brown. Okay. So like it was really like
very
R&B. Yeah, it was really like R&B focused. And then like growing up, and as you feel me, went to school and shit like that, and started listening to Wayne, Jeezy back then and shit. But yeah, I was really heavy on Wayne. Like Wayne was the GOAT to me, and then obviously like Drake came in, and Drake was my favorite artist damn near for
ever since he came
out. And that's really what that. Yeah,
that's actually dope though, because like just listening to your music, you definitely have a variety of sound. Like you have like the pop R&B side, but you also got like the drill type of sound to you. Like,
for sure.
Because B&B's SRTs is just like was that like a Detroit beat?
It's funny you say that because I never even thought about that, but I'm thinking about it. Like the pack the dude sent me, it might have been like called like Detroit type beats.
Because it sound like it at least.
Yeah, low-key, So I think you might be right on that. I think
And then like you got like a song like Love Affair where it's just like the R&B singing side, but it's just like you still rapping in it too. So
exactly. And that's what I want to push for. I want to actually show people I'm versatile and shit like that. And I know people like, I feel like coming up, a lot of people like want to stick to like one thing just because like they're coming up and shit. But I feel like if I drop different, well, people aren't gonna like all your music, so it's like I feel like if I drop music, a R&B type song, I feel like people might like that more than they like B&B's SRTs, and then sometimes more people might like B&B's SRTs when they like Love Affair, Love You and Lean, you feel me? So
for sure. So being a part of like the OG camp, like how did that originally form?
Shit. So like I said, I started rapping towards the end of my college career, you feel me? But Steve really started like, he had been rapping since like, and Steve was 2 years older than me, so I think he started like when he was like a sophomore in college, if I'm not mistaken. So like I was a junior in high school at that point. You know what I'm saying?
So this like what, around like 20? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24.
Okay, so
so
it's probably like 20.
I don't even know, but
17 at least.
Kind of, around that, kind of, low key, like around that time, 2017, 18, 19, like that's when he was rapping and shit. So it was already OG, you feel me? And then OG is kind of just like people that really we grew up with. And I talked earlier about like going to YMCA. That's really like everybody in OG is damn near comes from that, like comes from YMCA damn near. Like we all used to literally go over there, hoop, and that's how we, you feel me, we basically formed a brotherhood from that point on type shit.
I know, that's definitely dope.
Yeah, so Steve was rapping, Denzel was rapping first actually. And then Steve was rapping, and then, you know, kind of all came together, you feel me?
Yeah.
Put a brand behind the OG, and then yeah, and then progressed. I mean, obviously they was doing their shit, and then when I started rapping, you feel me, and then motherfuckers seen I was raw. We all just brought it together, and then
for sure. Do y'all have that like copyrighted or stamped to make sure?
Like, for sure. I think Nico got that.
Oh, bro,
sure.
Just gotta make sure, you know.
For sure.
So I know, just growing up with like all the homies and then seeing them make music and stuff like that, like seeing that personally, it had to have been motivating to know, like, you feel me, like they blowing up. I know I could do the same too. You feel me? So
for sure. That's really what it was. I feel like, because it's like, I feel like if Steve wasn't rapping, I probably would never. Denzel wasn't rapping, I probably would have never started rapping, because like I said, I knew I was like musically like inclined or whatever, but like I just never, like, I don't know, I guess I was not scared, but it was like I just never wanted to show people that type shit,
it's just so, like you said, you want to just hide away from music, and it's just like
I'll be singing in the corner or some shit. I'm not gonna like make my own song, go to the studio, you feel me? So
for sure.
That's what it was.
What is it like for you going to the studio?
Shit, that's like, so me talking about even like starting music, like that going to the studio, like that's what really made me like fall in love with making music for real, because like when I graduated, it was COVID, so we wasn't really doing shit. Then we had found this. I had like written a song on some just like writing a song type shit. You feel me? I was like playing around. And then it was like this one engineer that we had heard of in Champaign that was like, everybody was saying like, oh, he raw. He know what to do. Like, he could teach you how to make music and shit. His name Thad. Shout out to Thad. But we started going over to him. And then like he just started showing me hella shit, like, you feel me? Like, he's an engineer, also a producer as well, also artist himself. So he was just showing me all that shit. He went to school for that. He went, like, that's what he did at U of I. He did music and stuff. He got a music degree. Yeah. So he was showing me all type of shit, like how to change my voice, how to count bars, shit like that. Like, and then he was also encouraging me, being like, "No, you raw, bro." Like, you feel me? So I feel like that's what really inspired me, and just like the process of going to a studio, like writing down the song, like making a song, seeing something go from nothing to like a raw ass masterpiece. You feel me? So like that process is so raw to me, like. Yeah, basically.
It's cool to have those first footsteps, you know, like that's something that's always like gonna be memorable to you. So like, it's definitely like, let's say 2 years into it, just see the progression that you made, and then like what's even in store. You feel me? So it's just like, it's definitely a long road ahead, but it's just like you gotta take it one day at a time and enjoy it.
No, for sure. And that's what, like, that's how, like, I actually want to like progressing this shit for real, because I know I'm not the rawest at this point, but I'm trying to, I'm dropping shit right now.
There.
Yeah, I'm dropping shit right now, but I'm really trying to see what my shit gonna sound like in like 6 months. Like, my shit, I feel like my shit gonna be raw as hell. You feel me? So
for sure.
Yeah,
So my first introduction to you was actually you're from the Rack track or whatever, right? How did that come about? That shit. So I made that shit a long time ago. Yeah, I was in the studio. I had just made a song. I just written the song or whatever. And then that was like one of my better songs at that point, because I was like, when I was kind of first starting, I had just written a song. Like, I had made the song a long time ago. I just never dropped it type shit. Yeah. I just held on to it. I dropped it now, but I held on to it at that point. But yeah, it was kind of just written the song. I wrote the song. Went to the studio. Mike Will recorded it. He recorded. He was engineer on that, and it was kind of just me just talking about like how I felt, like, you feel me, like, it's like kind of what we were doing too, like, you feel me, just like me in the crib, at the studio, like me working, like we smoking real tracks, like we turned out here, you feel me, like, and we from the Rack, you feel me, like you know what it is, like if you from Chicago, you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, no, for sure. Yeah. And you got Tales of the Trenches, short little series on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely an interesting concept, you feel me, just you and the guys just chilling on like the back patio, you feel me, like instant scenery. People should, from the city at least, know like the type of environment that you in.
No, for sure. And actually, like you said, I'm gonna keep doing that, and I actually want to like change like the setting each time too. So like just kind of like just like now like the next thing I'm thinking about like having like going like a weed farm or some shit like that, because we be actually like, you feel me, like
bro,
really serving packs, you feel me, flipping packs and shit. So it's like kind of just reflective of the life that we live and shit like that. So.
Okay, it's definitely cool to hear that, you feel me, you sticking with it, just gonna keep elevating.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely.
You just dropped your project Backend Diaries.
For sure.
Definitely a short little project, but it's definitely like you say, like the variety of your sound.
For sure.
How long would you say it took you to complete the project?
Probably like 3 months. Like it was a couple songs on there that like I had like dropped and like held, but like I think like three of the songs I had written within like a month type shit, and I made them like a month. Like B&B's RTs, Love Affair, I've been had those because you feel me, I dropped those as singles and shit. So yeah.
Do you think that will differentiate you as an artist as to like dropping single short projects instead of like longer projects that are out there? Or
I feel like I'm gonna get there, like, and I feel like I kind of did this on purpose, like, you feel me, because I didn't want to drop like an album, like a full-length album where it's like like so much thought put into it. Like I just wanted to drop music type shit. I wanted to be able to just keep dropping, and obviously like with the album comes promo and shit you have to do. So it's like always just I want to do that because I know like I'm gonna have to like keep promoting this, and my shit gonna be in people's face, and I'm trying to get this shit in people's face essentially. So I'm like, let me drop that, and then shit. Now I'm finna drop singles basically back to back, and then probably maybe, who knows, drop another tape end of the year. We gonna see.
That's definitely dope how you just got it all planned out, you feel me?
For sure.
And, you know, being a new artist, too, you definitely have a lot of visuals out there, too, so that can only mean more visuals, I'm assuming.
For sure. Like, I mean, people think I have a lot, but I don't even consider that a lot. Like, I want to flood Instagram, YouTube, shit, every social media account with my music, you feel me, with visuals, you feel me? So
no doubt. And plus, like, with your videos, they not just, like, any basic videos that we see out there, like they definitely like are movies and a concept. Like Love Affair was just like a whole script and stuff to it, which was like definitely dope.
That was my first time kind of doing that, and I just kind of wanted to try it, and I loved how it turned out. You feel me? So, but it's in terms of the videos, only gonna get better for sure.
For sure. Have you performed live yet?
Yeah, I performed a couple of times. Actually, I got a show next week back in Champaign.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, for sure, it's kind of like a full circle moment.
Oh yeah, for sure. But when it comes to performing live and stuff, you know, like whether it's you, Steve-O, y'all definitely have like a great stage presence. Just knowing, like, you feel me, this is who is up. You feel me? We definitely like perform like it's just us or whatever. Can you explain the feeling?
I mean, performing on stage is like, it's just cold because it's like people is all just like they're paying attention to you. So you feel me? It's up to you to really like turn up the crowd. It's up to you to get the crowd intrigued. And like if your music good, they gon' you feel me, fuck with you. But it's also more to that. Like you have to, like I said, it's engaging the crowd. It's getting the crowd to turn up with you. You feel me? And like the process of learning, because I'm not the best performer yet, but the process of learning that is raw as hell to me. Like you feel me? Like the first time I performed was probably terrible compared to my last performance. You know what I'm saying? Even my last performance, I don't think I did the best I could. You feel me? So it's great just being in that, learning, and just the crowd, like having the crowd fuck with you.
No doubt. Sure. I remember the show where we had met. You know, Steve performed that night. Like, was that even intentional? Just be dropping in y'all arms and stuff like that.
He loved doing that. He loved doing it. That's his thing. But it worked though, because it get the crowd turned. Like it get that damn off of them. Like, and they start listening to, like, they start really like tapping in. Like, damn, okay, like he turned. And then for the show, and I implemented that a couple of times. But yeah, that bitch was live for sure. Like, and it's raw. Just, you feel me? Just having the gang on the stage, like, turned with you. You feel me? Because even if the crowd don't know your music, if gang is turned on stage, everybody gonna get that. Okay, damn, they turn. You feel me? And they gonna fuck with you. So.
Especially like with the cameras around. Regardless. So it's just
exactly. With the cameras around, it looked great. Like on Instagram, it looked great, regardless of the crowd turning out. Like it looked great. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. So you know, with this thing that we have, life, we only get one, and the only thing that we know that's guaranteed is death. You know.
So,
do you know what you would like to leave like behind as your legacy?
Man, that's a great question, because I feel like I haven't really thought about that, because I'm working on just progressing and whatever. But like what you said is true. You feel me? Like one thing that's guaranteed in life is death, and you never know when that can happen. But I feel like for me, it's kind of more so just I want people to fuck with my music. I want people to actually like fuck with my music. Like on some like I'm trying to be fucking Jay-Z type shit. Like you feel me? And I don't think it's far fetched at all. Like I feel like you should have those goals. Like I'm trying to be fucking Drake when I'm done. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like I want people to be able to listen to my shit like how we listen to Take Care and be like, this shit raw as hell, this shit still slap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what I wanna leave behind, and just being a genuine person, genuine friend, genuine homie, genuine person. Like, you feel me? Person people could look up to, for sure.
Real shit. What would you say or describe the sound in the city like now?
It's so crazy because like right now I feel like the past couple years people have been talking about how Chicago don't really have like up and coming artists like that, but now
we've always had it. I feel it's
people just be
us.
saying correct. We've always had it, but people just be saying it. I feel like that was like a thing like a couple years ago, or whatever. But now nobody can say that shit. Like we have like it's niggas out here that's turned like that's really that make great music. You know what I'm saying? Compared like better music than people that's damn near mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people be fixated on the fact that like niggas is big and they get signed or whatever, but all that shit, a lot of that shit be politics in some sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be artists that have one song that just I don't know go viral or whatever, but all the other songs suck. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So, but yeah, the state of I feel like the state of music in Chicago is amazing. Steve, you got OG Steve-O, obviously my brother, Denzo, me, Flex going crazy.
That latest video he just dropped was hard.
That shit, what? I was supposed to go to that shoot too. I'm blue, but yes. Flex, Turnt,
Pronto,
Blessing, Pronto,
Mellow Bucks.
Mellow Turnt, you feel me? Mellow really got that shit. She really, you feel me? Really damn
She got it for the females.
She got it. Oh, my homie, she got it. She damn near turned this in the city right now. Mellow, who I'm missing? There's hella people. DCG and them.
Oh, bro.
Turnt.
We say T-Ski.
T-Ski, Turnt. Shit. Well, shit. It's hella. You feel me? It's hella motherfuckers. Like it's hella people. Like sorry, going crazy. It's hella people. You feel me? So, yeah, for sure. I'm very excited I'm very excited to see what all's gonna come out from this in a year or two.
Nah, for sure. It's definitely a lot that's in store and that the people be waiting on. But it's definitely gonna be worth the wait.
Yeah, and we got the goats. You feel me? We got Dirk, Herb. You feel me? All the goats are still doing their shit too. So
facts. Is there an artist who you would want to work with specifically?
Shit, everybody. Shit, I work with everybody. I'm interested and intrigued in what two creative minds could put together. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I fuck with your music. But like, I feel like on some just like long run, like thinking big shit. Dirk is my favorite artist. Mm-hmm. Dirk, Herb, Goat, shit. Anybody, Drake, shit.
Big names for sure that you're trying to shoot for.
Yeah, no,
as
for
you
sure.
should.
Yeah, no, for sure. But in the city, I'll work with anybody for sure. Like especially all the people I mentioned. Like everybody turned doing their shit and they called. So yeah.
Can we expect a OG tape or project?
We had talked about that. And yeah, probably that's probably gonna come out. I'm not gonna lie, but probably not anytime like in the near future. But I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna come out soon.
Oh, bro.
And that bitch gonna hit because we got what like
it's so many sounds with all y'all put together.
Like, we have one song right now that we gotta shoot. It's called 2 Letters. That bitch raw as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'll play for you after. That bitch cold.
Say less. You know, before we close out, you know, being like homies with Steve-O or whatever, like when he's in like certain meetings or places with like these people that bring importance and recognition to himself and y'all, how's that just like seeing it?
I feel like I've progressed. I feel like faster than other people because it's like I've been in them rooms. I'm listening to what they saying. I'm listening to the critique they giving him. You know what I'm saying? Like most recently, I was in a meeting with him, a listening session, and then someone that talked about like making music that people like, not necessarily like. I mean, making music that people relate to, obviously, but like even just like how like what you say, like you saying like your brother name, like or like someone that I don't know, maybe this hypothetical, but like someone that passed away, you saying a specific name. If you ever become an artist, people don't really necessarily know that name. But if you say, "Oh, my homie," or "My brother," whatever, my twin, people will relate to that more. You know what I'm saying? So like, obviously, that's like a small example, but shit like that, like stuff like that, like I take into account, like you feel me, and like try to apply that into making my shit. And yeah, it's hella shit like that, like hella things, like content flooding that bitch, flooding Instagram. That's what I'm trying to do right now. You feel me? Flood Instagram with content. Just put your shit in people's face. Like, if your shit raw, they have no choice to just fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if music is music. Like, at the end of the day, like, regardless of taking music away from the person, music is music. Like, if a song is good and a person fucks with it, they gon' fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna listen to it.
You can't deny good music.
Exactly. You can't deny good music. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned it too, like just saying how some artists can just have that one viral song and the other songs they have in their catalog is just trash. Like that would like sets a lot of different artists apart. You feel me? Like whether them liking just one song or like they whole catalog or whatever like that.
For sure.
It's definitely good that you have that mindset as a new artist that's coming out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Shoot, but you want to shout out anything that the people need to check out before we end this, bro?
Yeah, appreciate you having me, like I said again. And shit, shout out to y'all going crazy. Y'all go get Backend Diaries. Y'all go check that out. Tap in. B&B's is RTs on that bitch. Stepping on top. So we about to drop the video for that. That bitch finna go stupid bananas. Y'all tap into the tape. There's hella songs on there. It's raw, all cold. And yeah, just stay tuned for new music. You feel me?
Bro.
Yeah.
Where can the people find you at?
Follow me on IG _ Juwon Juwon on Twitter or X at _ OG Juwon. YouTube OG Juwon, Apple Music Juwon. Yeah.
Shoot, but nah. Oh, before we end this too, has anyone ever like gave you the nickname Mr. SRT since you be claiming that a lot?
Yeah, motherfuckers be calling me Mr. B&B really. Mr. B&B because we be in and out B&Bs like big dumbass fat ass B&Bs. So
But y'all, this is Out of Sight in Mind. If y'all like this interview, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, check in Juwon, all his music, Backend Diaries. Go get that out now everywhere. We'll be back with another interview soon.
For sure, y'all tap in.
We gone.
For sure.